back.
Why? What happened? Did something happen, Willie?
No, nothing happened.
You didn't smash the car again, did you?
I said nothing happened, didn't you hear me?
Don't you feel well?
Tired to death. I couldn't make it, but I just couldn't make it.
Where were you all day? You look terrible.
Got as far as a little above the ankles. And I stopped for a cup of coffee. Maybe it was for coffee.
What?
Suddenly I couldn't drive anymore. The car kept going off into the shoulder of the road, you know?
Maybe it's the steering again. I don't think Angela knows the Studebaker.
No, it's me. It's me. Suddenly I realized I'm going 60 miles an hour, and I don't remember the last 5 minutes. I can't seem to keep my mind to it.
Maybe it's your glasses. You never went for new glasses.
No, I see everything. I came back 10 miles an hour. It took me nearly 5 hours from Yonkers.
Well, you'll just have to take a rest, Willie. You can't continue this way.
But I just got back from Florida.
But you didn't rest your mind. Your mind is overactive, and the mind is what counts, dear.
I'll start out in the morning. Maybe I'll feel better in the morning. This goddamn what's killing me.
Take an aspirin. Can I get you an aspirin that'll soothe you?
I was driving along, you understand? I was fine. I was even observing the scenery. You can imagine me looking at the scenery on the road every week of my life. It's so beautiful up there like that. The trees are so thick and the sun is warm. And I opened the windshield up just to let the warm air fade over me. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't drive anymore. I'm telling you, I absolutely forgot I was driving. If I had gone the other way over the white line, I could have killed somebody. So I went through it again, and 5 minutes later, I'm dreaming again, and I have such thoughts like that. Such strange thoughts.
Willie, dear, talk to them again. There's no reason why you can't work in New York.
What are you talking about? I'm the New England man. I'm vital New England.
But you're 60 years old. They can expect you to keep traveling.
I'll have to send a wire to Portland. I'm supposed to see Brian and Morrison tomorrow at 10 o'clock. They're showing the new line. I could sell it. I could sell it.
Why don't you go down to the place tomorrow and simply tell Howard that you've got to work in New York? You're too accommodating, dear.
You know, if old man Wagner was still alive, I'd be in charge of New York by now. But that boy of his, Howard, he don't appreciate it. You know, the first time I went north, the Wagner company didn't even know where New England was.
Why don't you tell those things to Howard, dear?
I will. No, I definitely will. Is there any cheese?
I'll make you a sandwich.
No, I'm going to bed. I'll be right up. I'll grab some milk. Are the boys in?
They're sleeping. Poppy took Biff on a date tonight.
That's so?
It was so nice to see them shaving together, one behind the other in the bathroom. You notice? The whole house smells of shaving lotion.
Figures, right? When a lifetime to pay off a house, you finally own it, and there's nobody to live in it.
Well, dear, life is a casting off. It's always that way.
No. Some people accomplish something. After I went this morning, did Biff say anything?
You shouldn't have criticized him, Willie, especially after he just got off the train. You mustn't lose your temper with him.
When the hell did I lose my temper? I simply asked him if he was making any money or not. Since when is that a criticism?
But dear, how could he make any money?
There's such an undercurrent in him. He became a moody man. Did he apologize, I thought, this morning?
He was crestfallen, Willie. You know if he admires you. I think if he finds himself, then you'll both be happy.
But how could you find yourself on a farm? Is that a life, a farmhand? You know, at the beginning, Lee was young. I thought, well, a young man, it's good for him to tramp around, take a lot of different jobs, right? But it's been more than 10 years now, and he's yet to make $35 a week.
He's finding himself.
No, the trouble is he's lazy. No, Biff is a lazy bum.
Willie,
why did he come home, huh? I would like to know what brought him home.
I don't know. I think he's still lost, Willie. I think he's very lost.
Biff Loman is lost. In the greatest country in the world. A man with such personal attractiveness. And such a hard worker. No, there's one thing I know about Biff, and it's that he's not lazy.
Never.
Yeah, I'll talk with him in the morning. I'll have a good talk. I'll get him a job soon. Sure. He'll be big in no time. My God. Remember they used to follow him around in high school? He smiled at one of them, their faces lit up, and he would walk down the street.
Really, dear? Yeah. I got a new kind of American type cheese today. It's Swiss.
How'd you get American? You know I like Swiss.
I just thought you'd like a change.
I don't want change, Linda. I want Swiss cheese. Why am I always being contradicted here?
I just thought it'd be a nice surprise.
Will you open the window in here, for God's sake?
They're all open,
the way
dear.
they boxes in here, bricks and windows, windows and bricks.
You should have bought the land next door.
The streets are lined with cars. There isn't a breath of fresh air in the neighborhood. The grass don't grow anymore. You can't raise a cabin in the backyard. They should have a law against apartment houses. You know, remember those two beautiful elm trees out there? Huh? When I and Biff heard that swinging between them.
Yeah, like being a million miles from the city.
And they should have arrested the builder for cutting those down. They massacred the neighborhood. More and more I think of those days, Linda. Back then, it was lilac and wisteria. The peonies would come out, and the daffodils. What a fragrance in the room.
Well, after all, people had to move somewhere.
No, there's more people now.
I don't think there's more people.
No, there's more people now. That is what's ruining this country. Population is getting out of control. The competition is mad. You smell the stink from that apartment house, and the other one on the other side. How can they work cheese?
Go down, try it, and be quiet.
You're not worried about me, are you, sweetheart?
You've got too much on the ball to worry about.
You're my foundation, you're my support, brother.
Just try to relax, dear. You make mountains out of molehills.
I won't fight with him anymore. If he wants to go back to Texas, let him go.
He'll find his way.
Oh, sure. Certainly, just don't get started till later in life, like Thomas Edison, I think. Or B.F. Goodrich. One of them was deaf. Yeah. I'll put my money on Biff.
And really, dear, if it's warm on Sunday, we'll drive in the country and open the windshield and take lunch.
God, the windshields don't open up the new cars.
But you opened it today, dear.
Me? I do it. Wasn't that peculiar? Isn't that the most remarkable?
What, darling?
The most remarkable thing?
What, dear?
I was thinking of the Chevy. 1928, when I had that red Chevy. That funny? I could have sworn I was driving that car today.
Oh, that's nothing. Something must have reminded you.
Remarkable. Remember those days? Where Biff used to soundinize that car, the dealer refused to believe there was 80,000 miles on it. Go to bed, I'll be right up.
Jesus, maybe he smashed up the car again.
Be careful, dear. The cheese is on the middle shelf.
He's gonna get his license taken away if he keeps that up. I'm getting nervous about him, you know, Biff?
His eyes are going.
No, I've driven with him. He sees already, just doesn't keep his mind on it. I drove into the city with him. He stops at all the green lights and then turns red and he goes.
Maybe he's colorblind.
Huh? Oh, he's got the finest eye for color in the business, you know that.
I'm going back to bed.
You're not still sour on Dad, are you, Biff?
He's alright, I guess.
Yes, sir, 80,000 miles, 82,000.
You smoking? Mama? I can never sleep when I smell it.
What a soundinizing job, huh?
Funny, Biff, you know. Us sleeping in the old beds again. All the talking on between these beds. Our whole lives.
Yeah. A lot of dreams and plans.
About 500 women would like to know what was said in this room.
Remember that big Betsy something? What was her name? Over on Bushwick Avenue.
With the collie dog.
Yeah, that's the one. I got you in there, remember?
Yeah, that was my first time, I think. Boy, there was a pig. Told me everything I know about women, don't forget that.
I bet you forgot how bashful you used to be, especially with the girls.
Oh, I still am, Biff. I just control it, that's all.
Bet you forget how bashful you used to be. You had all that confidence.
I just control it, that's all.
So. Hap, I got a question.
What's that?
Why does Dad always mock me?
Oh, he's not mocking me.
Everything I say, there's always this twist of mockery on his face.
He just wants you to make good, that's all. I wanted to talk to you about Dad for a long time now, Biff. Something's happening, and he talks to himself.
I noticed that this morning, but he's always mumbling.
But not so noticeable. It's getting so embarrassing. I took him to Florida, and most of the time, talking to you.
What's he say about me?
I can't make it out.
What's he say about me?
I think the fact that you're not settled and all, you're still kind of up in the air.
I tell you, Hap, there's one or two other things depressing him right now.
What do you mean?
Never mind, just don't lay it all on my feet, all right?
I mean, I just think if you got started, is there any future for you out there?
Hap, I tell you, I don't know what the future is. I don't know what I'm supposed to want.
What do you mean?
Well, for 6 or 7 years after high school, I tried working myself up, shipping clerk, salesman, business of one kind or another, and it's an easy manner of existence. To get on the subway in the hot mornings of the summer, to devote your life to keeping stock or buying or selling or making phone calls, to suffer for 50 weeks of the year for the sake of a 2-week vacation when all you want is just to be outdoors with your shirt off and to always have to get ahead of the next fella. And still, that's how you build a future.
You really enjoy it on a farm? Are you content out there?
Hap, I tell you, I've had 20 or 30 different jobs since I left home before the war, and it always turns out the same. In Nebraska, when I herded cattle, or the Arizonas, the Dakotas, and now in Texas, it always turns out the same, This farm I work on in Texas, it's real cool there now, see? And they have about 15 new colts, and there is nothing, more inspiring or beautiful than the sight of a mare and a new colt. And it's spring there now, see? It's spring in Texas, and it's not really a good thing, because whenever spring comes to where I am, I always get this feeling, my God, I'm not getting anywhere. What am I doing? Playing around with horses, $28 a week. Hap, I'm 34 years old. I ought to be making my future. So then I come running home, and when I get here, I don't know what to do with myself. I've always made a point of not wasting my life, and every time I come back here, I realize that all I've done is wasted my life.
You're a poet, you know that, Biff? You're an idealist.
I'm mixed up very bad. Maybe I ought to get married. Maybe I ought to get tied down to something. Maybe that's my problem. I'm like a boy. See, I'm not in business. I'm not married. I'm like a boy. Are you content, Hap? You're a success, aren't you? Are you content?
Hell no.
Why not? You're making money, aren't you?
All I can do now is wait for the merchandise manager to die. And suppose I get to be merchandise manager? He's a good friend of mine. He just built a terrific estate on Long Island. He lived there for about 2 months and then sold it. He's built another one. You can't enjoy it once it's finished. And I know that's just what I would do. I don't know what the hell I'm working for. Sometimes I sit in my apartment, all alone, and I think of the rent I'm paying, and it's crazy, but again, it's what I always wanted, An apartment, a car, and plenty of women, and still, damn it, I'm lonely.
Listen, why don't you come out west with me?
You and I, eh?
Sure. We can buy a ranch, raise cattle, use our muscles. Men built like we are, we should be working out in the open.
The Loman brothers, eh?
Sure. We'd be known all over the counties.
That's what I dream of, Biff. Sometimes I want to rip my clothes off in the middle of the store and outbox the damn merchandise manager. I can't outbox, outrun, and outlift anybody in that store, and I gotta take orders from those common petty sons of bitches till I can't stand it no more.
I'm telling you, kid, if I had you there with me, I'd be happy out there.
The thing is, I Everyone around me is so false and unconscious.
Maybe together we'd have somebody to trust, we'd stand up for one another.
But if I were around you...
But the problem is, though, we were never brought up to grub for money. I don't know how to do it.
Neither can I.
Then let's leave, let's go.
The only thing is, what can you make out there?
Go look at your friend. You know, buys an estate, builds an estate, whatever, and he doesn't have the peace of mind to live in it.
Yeah, but when he walks in, the waves part in front of him. That's $52,000 a year coming through the revolving door, and I got more in my pinky than he's got in his head.
Yeah, but you just said...
I gotta show those pompous, self-important executives that half Loman can make the grade. I wanna walk in the way he walks in. Then I'll go with you. We'll be together yet, I swear. But take those two creatures we had tonight. Now, weren't they gorgeous?
Yeah. Most gorgeous I've had in years.
I get that anytime I want, Biff. Whenever I feel disgusted, the only thing is, it gets to be like bowling. You know, I keep knocking them down. They don't mean much. You still run around a lot?
Nah. You know, I'd like to find a girl. Steady, somebody with substance.
That's what I long for.
I'll go on. You never come home.
I would. Somebody with character. Like Mom, you know, somebody with resistance. You're gonna call me a bastard when I tell you this? If that girl, Charley, I was with tonight, is engaged to be married in 5 weeks.
No kidding.
Sure, the guy's in line for vice presidency of the store. Now, I don't know what gets into me. Maybe I have an overdeveloped sense of competition or something, but I went and ruined him. Furthermore, I can't get rid of him. He's the third executive I've done that to. He's got a hummy characteristic. And to top it all, I go to their weddings. Like, I'm not supposed to take bribes. Manufacturers throw me a $100 bill every now and then to throw an order their way. You know how honest I am. But it's like this girl, see? I hate myself for doing it because I don't want it, and still, I take it and I love it. What's the matter?
Let's go to sleep.
I guess we didn't settle anything, eh?
I just got this one idea I still think I'm gonna try.
What's that?
Remember Bilello?
Sure, Oliver's very big right now. You want to work for him?
No. But when I quit, he said something to me. He put his arm around my shoulder and he said, Biff, if you ever need anything, come to me.
I remember that. That sounds good.
I think I'll go see him. You know, if I could get $10,000 or even $7,000 or $8,000, I could buy a beautiful ranch.
I bet he'd back you too, because he thought highly of you. I mean, they all do. You're well liked. That's why I say come back here. We got the apartment, and I'm telling you, any baby you want.
No. You see, with the ranch, I can do the work I want and still be something. You know, I just worry though if Oliver still thinks I stole that card in the basketballs.
Oh, he probably forgot that long ago. It's almost 10 years. You're too sensitive. Anyway, he didn't really fire you.
But I thought he was going to. That's why I quit, you know? I was never sure whether he knew or not. Yeah, but he always thought the world of me. I was the only one he ever let lock up the place.
Oh, no, take the sweaty daddy back.
Shh, listen.
But doesn't he know Mom can hear that?
You gonna wash the engine, Biff? What?
Isn't that terrible? Don't leave here again, will you? You'll find a job. I just don't know what to do about him anymore. It's getting embarrassing.
I want to stop it out of your job.
Mom's hearing that.
Talk to him in the morning. Go to sleep.
You got a date, Biff? Wonderful.
Her in the house.
I wish you'd have a good talk with him.
That stupid, selfish son.
Sleep, Biff.
Todavía te no duerme.
Be careful with those girls, that's all. Don't make any promises. No promises of any kind. Because a girl, you know, they always believe what you tell them. and you're too young. You're too young entirely to be talking seriously to girls. Too young entirely. You ought to be watching your schooling first. Then, when it's all set, there'll be plenty of girls for a boy like you. That's all. The girls pay for you? Boy, you must really be making it in, huh? No, I've been wondering why you've been polishing the car so careful. Hey, don't leave the hubcaps, boys. Get the chamois to the hubcaps. Use the newspapers on the windows. It's the easiest thing. Yeah, show them how to do it, Biff. Pat it up. Use it like a pat. That's it. Good work. You're doing all right, Hap. Biff, first thing we gotta do when we get some free time is to clip this big branch hanging over the house. I'm afraid it's gonna fall in the storm and hit the roof. I'll tell you what. We grab a rope, we sling her around, climb up there, with a couple of saws, and we take it out. As soon as you finish with the car, boys, I want to show you something. I got a surprise for you.
What do you got, Dad?
No, you finish first. Never leave a job until you're finished. Hey, Biff, up in Albany, I saw this beautiful hammock. I think I'll buy one on my next trip. Hanging in between these two arms right there, wouldn't that be something? Just lying down, swinging in the summer breeze. Relax.
Pop! How's that, Pop? Professional?
Terrific job. Good work, Biff.
What's the surprise, Pop?
It's in the backseat of the car.
Boy! Oh, come on, tell me now. What'd you get? What'd you buy? Come on.
Nah, it's nothing. It's something I wanted to give you.
What does it have?
It's a punching bag.
Punching, Pop!
It's got Gene Tunney's signature on it.
How's it gonna be one of the punching
Oh,
bags?
well, it's the perfect thing for the timing.
I'm losing weight, Pop. You notice?
Jumping rope is good, too.
Did you see the new football I got?
Where'd you get a new ball?
Coach told me to practice my passing.
And he gave you the ball?
Well, I borrowed it from the locker room.
I want you to return that.
I told you he wouldn't like it.
All right, I said I was gonna return it.
Oh, well, sure, he's got to practice with the regulation ball, doesn't he? Coach will probably congratulate you on your initiative.
Oh, he keeps congratulating me on my initiative all the time, Pop.
But that's because he likes you. If somebody else took that ball, there'd be an uproar. So what's the report, boys? What's the report?
Where'd you go this time, Dad? Oh, gee, we were lonesome for you.
Lonesome, man.
Oh, we miss you every minute.
That's so? I'll tell you a secret, boys. Don't breathe it to another soul. But someday, I'm going to have my own business. And I'm going to never have to leave home anymore.
Oh, like Uncle Charlie, eh?
Bigger than Uncle Charlie. Because Uncle Charlie's not liked. Well, he's liked, but he's not well liked.
Where'd you go this time, Dad?
Well, I got on the road, and I went north of Providence. I met with the mayor.
The mayor of
He
Providence?
was sitting in the hotel lobby.
What'd he say?
He said morning, and I said, hey, you got a fine city in there. And then he had coffee with me. And then I went to Waterbury. Now, Waterbury is a fine city, big clock city, famous Waterbury clock. I sold a nice bill there, too. And then Boston. Well, Boston is the cradle of the revolution, a fine city. And then like a couple other towns in Massachusetts, and Bangor, and Portland, and straight home.
Oh, gee, I'd love to go with you sometime, Dad.
As soon as summer comes, huh?
Promise?
You would happen on it. And I'll show you all the towns. America is full of beautiful towns. And fine, upstanding people. And they know me. They know me up and down the window. And when I bring you fellas up, it's going to be open sesame for us. Because there's one thing I know. I have friends. I can park my car in any street in New England, and the cops protect it like it's their own. This summer, huh?
Yeah, you bet.
We'll bring our bathing suits.
We'll carry your bags, Pop.
Won't that be something? We walking into Boston stores with my boys carrying my bags. What a sensation. They're nervous, Biff, about the game?
Not if you're gonna be there.
But what do they say about you now that you're captain?
Oh, there's a crowd of girls behind him every time the classes change.
This Saturday, Pop. This Saturday, just for you, I'm breaking out for a touchdown.
You're supposed to pass.
I'm taking one play for Pop, and you watch, Pop. And when I take off my helmet, that means I'm breaking out, and you watch me crash through that line.
When did I tell this in Boston?
Biff, where are you? Biff, you're supposed to study.
Look at Bernard. What are you looking so anemic about, Bernard?
Well, he's got to study, Uncle Willie. He has regions next week. Hey, Bernard, let's box! Biff, listen. I heard Mr. Birnbaum talking. Well, he said if you don't start studying math, he's going to flunk you.
Hey, you better go study.
Pop, you didn't see my sneakers. Look.
Hey, wait, that's a beautiful job of printing.
Look, Uncle Willie, just because he printed University of Virginia on his sneakers doesn't mean they're going to graduate.
Oh, what are you talking about? With scholarships from 3 universities, they're going to flunk him?
But I heard Mr.
Don't be a pest, Bernard. Look at anemic.
Fine, I'm waiting for you in my house, Biff.
Bernard is not liked, is he?
He's liked, but he's not well liked.
That's right, Pop.
That's just what I'm telling you, boys. Bernard can get the best marks in school, you understand? But when he gets out of the business world, you understand they're going to be 5 times ahead of him. Now that's why they're called mighty gods. You both look like Adonises. Because it's the man who makes an appearance in the business world. The man who can create personal interest is the man who gets ahead. Be liked, and you will never want. Take me, for instance. I don't have to wait in line when I see a buyer. Willy Loman is here, is all they have to know. And I go straight through.
And did you knock him dead, Pop?
Knock him cold in Boston. Slaughtered him in Boston.
I'm losing weight, Pop. You know this?
Hello, dear.
A sweetheart.
How'd the Chevy run?
Chevrolet Linda is the greatest car ever built. Since when did you let your mother carry the wash up the stairs?
Grab hold there, boy.
Where to, Mom?
Hang them up on the line. And you better go down to the cellar, Biff. The cellar's full of boys and they don't know what to do with themselves.
Oh, when Pop comes home, they can wait.
You better go down with them, Biff. Go on.
I think I'll tell him to sweep out the furnace room.
Good work, Biff.
Hey, fellas! Fellas, everybody go sweep out the furnace room. I'll be down in 1 minute. All right. Hey, George, Sam, and Frank, come out back. We're gonna hang up the line. On the double hat.
The way they obey him.
Well, that's the training, I'm telling you, I was telling thousands of them up there, but I had to come home.
Well, the whole block will be at that game. Did you sell anything?
I did. 500 grossed in Providence and 700 grossed in Boston.
No, wait, I've got to pencil that.
No, wait, I didn't figure it out yet, but it's like about that.
How much did you do?
Well, I did roughly like 180 grossed in Providence. Well, no. What it came down to was 200 grossed the entire thing.
200 gross.
No, but the trouble was that 3 of the stores were half closed for inventory in Boston. Otherwise, I would have broke records.
Well, it makes $70 and some pennies. That's very good.
Well, what do we owe?
Well, first there's $16 in the refrigerator.
Why 16?
Well, the fan belt broke and it was $1.80.
It's brand new.
Well, the man said that's the way it is till they work themselves in, you know.
God, I hope we didn't get stuck in this machine.
You got the biggest ads of any of them.
I know, it's a fine machine. What else?
Well, first there's $9.60 for the washing machine. Then there's $3.50 for the vacuum cleaner. Then you have $21 remaining for the roof.
You don't need present.
No, they did a wonderful job. Then you owe Frank for the carburetor.
Oh, I'm not going to pay that guy. Chevrolet. You know, they ought to prohibit the manufacture of that car.
Well, you owe him $3.50. And odds and ends comes to around $120 by the 15th.
$120. God, look, that business don't start picking up soon. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, next week you'll do better.
Yeah, I'll not do that next week. I'll go to Hartford. I'm very well liked in Hartford. But the trouble is, Linda, people don't seem to take to me.
Oh, don't be foolish.
I know at the moment I walk in, they seem to laugh at me.
Why? Oh, they like you, Willie. Don't talk that
I
way.
don't know the reason for it. They just pass me by. I'm not noticed.
But you're doing wonderful, dear. You're making $70 to $100 a week.
Yeah, but I got to be at it 10, 12 hours a day. Other men, I don't know, they do it easy. I don't know why. I can't stop myself. I talk too much. You know, a man ought to come in with a few words. Now, one thing about Charley, he's a man of few words with the respect.
You don't talk so much, Willie. You're just lively.
I figure, what the hell? Life is short, a couple of jokes.
Why,
No, but I'm fat. I'm foolish to look at. I didn't tell you this, but Christmas time, I happened to be calling on a salesman I know, J.H. Stewart's, and I was going in to see a buyer when I overheard him say something about walrus. And I cracked him across the face. I won't take that, Linda. I simply will not take that. But they laugh at me, I know that.
Sorry.
I got to overcome it. I know I got to overcome it. Maybe I'm not dressing to advantage, maybe.
Willie, darling, you're the handsomest man in the world.
No.
To me, you are the handsomest. And the boys, Willie, few men are idolized by their children the way you are.
You're the best. You're a real pal, you know that? On the road sometimes, they're just going to grab you and kiss the life out of you. Because I get so lonely. Especially when business is bad and I got nobody to talk to. I get the feeling I'll never make a living for you. My business for the boys. There's so much I want to make for you.
You did not make me, Willie. I picked you.
You picked me?
Sure I did. I watched all those men by my office day in and day out.
Hey, why do you gotta leave now, huh? I know, come on in.
My sisters will be scandalized. When will you be back?
2 weeks about. Will you come up again?
Sure thing. Could you make me laugh? It's good for me. I think you're a wonderful man.
You think me, huh?
Sure I did, because you're so sweet. Such a kidder.
Right, well, I'll see you the next time I'm in Boston.
Put you straight to the bottom.
Right, on the bottom.
Oh, Willie! Oh, Willie, you just kill me. You kill me. And thanks for the stockings. I love my stockings. Well, good night.
Good night. And keep your paws open.
Oh, Willie.
Oh, you are, Willie, the handsomest man. You've got no reason to feel that.
I'll make it up to you, but.
Oh, you've got nothing to make up, dear. You're doing
Wait,
fine.
what's that?
You're just mending my stockings.
Wait,
They're so
no.
expensive.
No. I won't have you mending stockings in this house. I'll throw them out.
Where is he? If he doesn't study...
But you'll give him the answers.
I do, but I can't on a Regents. That's a state exam. They're liable to arrest me.
Biff! Biff! Where is he? I'll whip him.
And he tried to give back that football, Willie. It's not nice.
Biff! Biff! Where is he? Well, what is
And
he
he's
stealing?
really rough with the girls. Really, all the mothers are afraid of him.
I'll whip him. I will whip him.
He's driving the car without a license.
Shut up.
All the mothers.
Shut up!
Mr. Birnbaum says he's stuck up.
Get out of here.
If he doesn't start studying, he'll flunk math.
He's right, Willie. You've got
There's nothing the matter with him! What? You want him to be a worm like Bernard? He's got spirit. Personality. Loaded. Load. What's he stealing, huh? He's gonna give it back, isn't he? Why is he stealing? I never in my life told him anything but decent things.
Let's go now. Come on.
Why she gotta wax the floors herself? Every time she waxes the floor, she feels older. She knows that.
Shh, take it easy. What brought you back tonight, Pop?
I had an awful scare. I nearly hit a kid in the Arcus. I go to Alaska with my brother Ben. That man was a genius. That man was success incarnate. What a mistake. Well, there's he made me to go. You guys, there was a man who started with the clothes on his back, and then there were dining rooms.
Boy, someday I'd like to know how he did it.
What's the mystery? The man knew what he wanted, and went out and got it. Walked into the jungle at the age of 21, and came out, and he was rich. The world is an oyster. You don't crack it open on the matches.
Huh, I told you I'm going to retire you for life.
You retire me for life and $70 a week. And your cars, and your women, and your apartment, and you retire me for life? Christ. Where are you guys, huh? Where are you? The woods are burning, boys. I can't drive a car.
Everything all right?
Yeah, Charley,
What do you want?
I heard some noise. I thought something happened. You think we can do something about these walls? You sneeze in here, and my house has to go off.
Let's go to bed now. Come on.
You go up. I'm not tired of it.
Sí, no es.
What are you doing now?
I couldn't sleep. I had a heartburn.
You know how to eat.
I eat with my mouth.
No, you're ignorant. You gotta know about vitamins and things like that.
Come on, let's shoot. Cayero.
All right. You got any cards?
Got someplace. What is it with those vitamins anyway?
Build up your bone. It's chemistry.
No bones in the heartburn.
What are you talking about? You know the first thing about it?
Don't get us something.
Well, don't talk about something you know nothing about.
What are you doing home?
I don't know what's wrong with the car.
I'd like to take a trip to California.
Don't say.
You want a job?
got a job. I told you that. What do you keep offering me a job for, huh?
You're insulted.
Don't insult me.
I just don't see no sense in it, Willie. You don't have to go on like this.
I've got a good job. But what do you keep coming in here for, huh?
You want me to go?
I can't understand it, Charlie. He wants to go back to Texas again. What the hell is that about?
Let him go.
No, but I got nothing to give him. I'm clean. I'm clean.
He won't stop, Willie. None of them will stop. Just forget about it.
Yeah, but what have I got to remember?
You take it too hard. To hell with it. You know, when the deposit bottle's broken, you don't get your nickel back.
That's easy enough for you to say.
That ain't easy for me to say.
Yeah, did you see the ceiling I put up in the living room?
Yeah, that's a piece of work. Putting up a ceiling's a mystery to me. How do you do that?
What's the difference?
Talk about it.
You're gonna put up a ceiling?
How could I put up a ceiling?
Then what the hell are you bothering me?
You're insulting.
No. A man who can't work with tools is simply not a man. You're disgusting.
And don't call me disgusting, Willie.
Get off the tire.
Good. Keep playing. You'll sleep better. Did you call me Ben?
Yes,
Well, that funny? You must make a travel here. For a second there, I thought you were my brother Ben.
Never heard from him again, huh, since that time?
I didn't mind to tell you. We got a letter from his wife in Africa a couple of weeks ago. He died. So, this is Brooklyn, eh?
Maybe you're in for some of his money.
Nah, yeah, he had 70 sons.
I must make a travel, William. There are several properties I'm looking at in Alaska.
Sure. Yeah, if I had gone up to Alaska with him that one time, everything would have been totally different.
Oh, go on. You froze to death up there.
What are you talking about?
Opportunity's tremendous in Alaska, William. Surprised you're not up there.
Oh, sure, tremendous.
Huh?
It was the only man I knew who knew all the answers.
Who?
How are you?
I'm fine.
Pretty sharp tonight.
Is your mother living with you?
She died a long time ago.
Oh, that's too bad. Fine specimen of a lady mother. Huh? I hope to see the old girl.
Who died?
Heard anything from Father, have you?
What do you mean he died?
What are you talking about?
William, it's 8:30.
That's my bill.
Put the ace in.
No, if you're not going to play the game right, I'm not going to throw my money away.
It's my ace, for Christ's sake.
I'm through.
When did Mother die?
Long ago. Since the beginning, you never knew how to play cards.
Yeah, next time I'll bring a deck of 5 aces.
I don't play that kind of game.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ignoramus.
So, you're William.
Ben, I've been waiting so long for you. What's the secret, Ben? How'd you do it?
Oh, there's a story to that.
Is this Ben?
How do you do, my dear?
Where were you all these years? Billy always wanted
Where's Dad, huh? Didn't you follow him up? What's the answer?
Well, I don't know how much you remember.
Well, I was just a baby, of course, only 3 or 4 years old.
3 years and 11 months.
What a memory, Ben.
I've had many enterprises, William, and I've never kept books.
I remember sitting in the back of a wagon in what was it, Nebraska?
South Dakota, and I gave you a bunch of wildflowers.
I remember you walking down some long open road.
I was going to find Father in Alaska.
Where is he?
At that age, William, I had a very faulty view of geography. And after a few days, I discovered I was heading due south. And instead of Alaska, I ended up in Africa.
Africa!
Gold coast.
Principally diamond mines.
Diamond mines!
Yes, my dear, but I've only a few minutes.
No, wait. No. Boys! Come over here, listen to this. This is your Uncle Ben. A great man. Tell my boys.
My boys, when I was 17, I walked into the jungle. And when I was 21, I walked out. And by God, I was ready.
You see what I mean? The greatest things could happen.
I have an appointment in Ketchikan Tuesday.
No, Ben, please, tell about that, huh? And tell my boys, I want my boys to hear the kind of stock they spring from. All I remember was a man with a big beard, and I was in Mama's lap, and sitting around a fireplace, and some kind of high music was playing.
His flute. He played the flute.
Sure, the flute, that's right.
Father was a very great and a very wild-hearted man. We'd start in Boston, and he'd toss the whole family into the wagon and drive the team right across the country, through Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Illinois, and all the western states. And we'd stop in the towns and sell the flutes he made along the way. Great inventor, Father. With one gadget, he made more in a week than a man like you can make in a lifetime.
That's just the way I'm bringing them up, Ben. Rugged, well-liked all around.
Yeah? Hit that boy. Hard as a cat.
Oh, no, sir.
Come on, get to me.
I'll get to it, Biff. Go on.
Why must he fight you?
Good boy. Good boy.
Why are you fighting?
How's that?
Look out, Biff!
Jeez. Never fight fair with a stranger, kid. You'll never get out of the jungle that way. It was an honor and pleasure to meet you, Linda.
Have a nice trip.
And good luck with your... What do you do?
Selling.
Yes. Well...
No, wait, Ben, I don't want you to think. Well, yeah, it's Brooklyn, I know. But we hunt too.
Really now?
Oh, yeah, sure. We got snakes and rabbits. Why Biff can fell any one of those trees in no time. And boys, go over to where they're building those apartment houses and grab some sand. We're going to rebuild the whole front stoop right now.
Yes, sir. On the double house.
Watch this, Ben.
I lost weight, Pop. You notice?
Hey, you know, if they steal any more from that building, that watchman is gonna put the cops on.
Don't let
She's seen the lovers they brought home a couple weeks ago. At least a dozen 6x10s with all kinds of.
Hey, listen, if that watchman,
I give him hell, you understand, but I got myself a couple of fearless characters here.
Willie, the jails are full of fearless characters.
And the stock exchange front.
What the hell happened to the rest of your parents?
My wife called.
Oh, that's great. All you need is a golf club, and you can go upstairs and go to sleep. Great athlete. Between him and his son Bernard, they can't hammer a nail.
The watchman's chasing Biff.
Who is he? Biff, dear!
Shut up, he's not stealing anything. What are you worried about?
Don't know what it is. My New England man comes back and he's bleeding. They murdered him up there.
Oh, well, it's contacts, Charlie. I've got a point of contacts.
Glad to hear it, Willie. Why don't you come by the apartment later? We'll shoot some casino. I'll take some of that Portland money of yours.
Business is bad. It's murderous, but not for me, of course.
I'll stop by on my way back to...
Oh, no, wait, Ben. You can stay a few days. You're just what I need, Ben, because... Well, I got to find position here and all, but... Well, Dad left when I was such a baby. I never really got a chance to talk to him. I still kind of feel temporary to him.
I've got it.
Ben, boys, can we talk? They go in the jaws of hell to see me, but...
William, you're being first rate with your boys. They're outstanding, manly chaps.
That's great to hear, Ben, because a lot of the times I get the feeling that I'm not teaching them the right kind of... Ben, how should I teach them?
William, when I walked into the jungle, I was 17. And when I walked out, I was 21. And by God, I was rich.
That's just the spirit I want to view them with, Ben. To walk in the jungle, I was right. I was right.
Willie, dear.
I was right.
Did you have some cheese? It's very late, darling. Come to bed, huh?
You gotta break your neck to see the stars out here.
Coming in?
What happened to that diamond watch file? Remember that time? The vet came up here, he gave me the watch file with the diamond in it?
You pawned it, dear. 12, 13 years ago for Biff's radio correspondence course.
Gee, that was a beautiful thing. I think I'll take a walk.
But you're in your slippers.
I was right. What a man. That Ben, well, he's a man worth talking to.
But in your slippers, Willie!
What the hell is he doing out there? Shh! God almighty, Mom, how long has he been doing this?
Don't! He'll hear you.
What the hell's the matter with him?
It'll pass by morning.
Shouldn't we do anything?
Oh, my dear, you should do a lot of things, but there's nothing to do, so go to sleep.
I never heard him so loud, Mom.
He'll come around more often, you'll hear him.
He's not like this all the time, is he?
It's when you come home he's always the worst.
When I come home.
When you write you're coming home, he's all smiles and talks about the future, and he's just wonderful. And then, the closer you seem to come, the more shaky he gets. And then by the time you get here, he just seems angry, and he's arguing with you. I just think maybe he can't bring himself to open up to you. Why are you so hateful to each other? Why is
I'm not hateful, Mom.
But you no sooner come in the door than you're fighting.
I don't know why. I mean to change, I'm trying. You understand me?
Are Are you home to stay now?
I don't know. You know, I want to look around. I want to see what's doing.
Biff, you can't look around all your life, can you?
I just can't take hold, Mom. I can't take hold of some kind of life.
Biff, a man is not a bird to come and go with the springtime.
Your hair gets so gray.
Well, it's been great since you were in high school. I just stopped dyeing it, that's all.
Dye it again, will you? I don't want my pal looking old.
Oh, you're such a boy. You think you could go away for a year, but you've got to get into your head that one day you'll come and knock on this door and take all these strange people.
What are you talking about? You're not even 60 years old yet, Mom.
But what about your father?
Well, I met him too.
He admires Pop.
Biff, if you don't have any feelings for him, then you can't have any feelings for me.
Sure I can.
No. You just can't come here to see me because I love him. He's the dearest man in the world to me, and I won't have anyone making him feel unwanted and low and blue. You've got to make up your mind now, darling. There's no leeway anymore. Either he's your father and you pay him that respect, or you're not to come here. I know he's not easy to get along with. Trust me, nobody knows him better.
What the hell is the matter with
Don't go here!
Stop making excuses for him, Mom. He always wiped the floor with you. He never had 1 ounce of respect.
He always had respect.
What the hell do you know about it?
Just don't call him crazy.
He's got no character. Charley wouldn't do this. Charley would not do this, not in his own house, spewing this vomit from his mind.
Charley said that to cope with what he's done.
Oh, people are worse off than Willy Loman. Believe me, I've seen them.
Then make Charley your father, Biff! You can't do that, can you? I won't say he's a great man. Willy Loman never made a lot of money. His name was never in the papers. He's not the finest character that ever lived, but he is a human being and a terrible thing is happening to him. So attention must be paid. He is not allowed to fall into his grave like an old dog. Attention must finally be paid to such a person. You called him crazy.
I didn't mean to.
No! A lot of people think his loss is talent. You don't have to be very smart to know what his trouble is. The man is exhausted.
Sure.
A small man can be just exhausted as a great man. He works for a company, 36 years this March, opens up unheard of territories for their trademark, and in his old age, they take his salaries away.
I didn't know that, Mom.
You never asked, my dear. Now that you're spending money someplace else, you don't trouble your mind with him.
But I gave you money last...
Christmas time, $50. To fix the hot water, it cost me $97.50. 5 weeks he's been on straight commission, like a beginner, an unknown.
Those ungrateful bastards, Mom.
Are they any worse than his sons? He brought them business when he was young. They were glad to see him. But now his old friends, the old buyers, that loved him so and always found some order to hand him in a pinch, they're all dead and tired. He used to be able to make 6, 7 calls a day in Boston. Now he takes his valises out of the car, puts it back in, and takes them out again, and he's exhausted. Instead of walking, he talks now. He drives 700 miles, and when he gets there, no one knows him anymore. No one welcomes him. And what goes through a man's mind driving 700 miles home without having earned a cent? Why shouldn't he talk to himself? Why? And when he has to go to Charley every week and borrow $50 and pretend to me that it's his pay? How long can that go on? How long? Do you see what I'm sitting here waiting for? And you tell me he has no character? The man who never worked a day but for your benefit? When does he get a medal for that? Is this his reward? To turn around at the age of 63 and find his sons, who he loved better than his own life? One a philandering bum? That's all you are, my baby. And you. What happened to the love that you had for him? You were such pals. How you used to talk on the phone every night. How lonely he was until he could come home to you.
All right, sit down. It's all settled, all right? I'll live in my room and I'll get a job and I'll just keep away from him, that's all.
No, Biff. Can't stay here and fight all the time.
He kicked me out of the house, you remember that.
Why did he do that? I never knew why.
Because I know he's a fake and he doesn't like having anybody around who knows.
I have faith in what way? What do you mean?
You know what? Just don't lay it all at my feet, all right? That's all I have to say about it. It's between me and him. And I'll chip in from now on. Just let him have my paycheck and he'll be all right. I'm going to bed.
He won't be all right.
Why? Why? I hate this city and I'm staying. What else do you want from me, Mom?
He's dying, Biff.
How?
Really from day to day.
What are you talking about?
Remember how I wrote to you in February that he smashed up the car again?
And?
Well, the insurance inspector came, and he said that they found evidence that all these accidents in the last year weren't accidents.
How can they tell that? That's a lie.
Well, there's a woman. And this
What woman?
What?
Nothing. Nothing, go ahead.
What did you say?
Nothing, I just said what woman?
What about it?
Well, it seems she was walking down the road, and she saw his car. She says that he wasn't going fast at all, and that he didn't skid. This woman said that he came to that little bridge and then deliberately smashed into the railing, and it was only the shallowness of the water that saved him.
No, he probably just fell asleep again, Mom.
I don't think he fell asleep.
Why's that?
Last month. Oh, boys, it's so difficult for me to say a thing like this because he's just a big, stupid man to you, but I tell you, there's more good in him than in many other people. I was looking for a fuse. The lights blew out, so I went down the cellar, and behind the fuse box, it happened to fall out. A length of rubber pipe just short. There's a new little attachment on the end of it, and sure enough, on the bottom of the water heater, there's a brand new little nipple on the gas pipe.
Sure, did you have it taken off?
I'm ashamed to! How can I mention it to him? Every day I go down there and take that little rubber pipe away. But when he comes home, I put it right back where it was. How can I insult him that way? I live from day to day, boys. I tell you, I know every thought in his mind. I know it sounds so old-fashioned and silly, but he put his whole life into you and you turned your backs on him. I swear to God, Biff, I swear to God, his life is in your hands.
How do you like that damn fool?
It's all right, pal. It's all right. Sit down. It's all settled now, okay? I've been remiss. I understand that. But I'll make good. I promise you, Mom. I'll make good. And I'll make good, and I'll apply myself. And the problem is, though, Mom, I just...
Sure you will. No, the trouble with you is that you never tried to please people in business.
I know they don't...
Like Harrison, Bob Harrison. He said you was tops. And then you do some damn fool thing like whistling whole songs in the elevator.
Alright, so I like to whistle, so what?
He's a god in a responsible position who whistles in the elevator.
Don't argue about it now.
Like when you used to go off for a swim instead of taking the line around.
But what about you? You run off sometimes, don't you? On a nice summer day?
Yeah, but I cover myself.
Boys!
If I'm going to take the fade, the boss can call any number he wants, and they'll swear to him that I just left. You know, I'm going to tell you something you're not going to want to hear. In the business world, they think you're crazy.
Screw the business world.
All right, screw it, but cover yourself.
I don't care what the hell they have to say. They laughed at Pop for years. You know why? Because we don't belong in this nut house of a city. We ought to be mixing cement on some open plain or a carpenter. A carpenter is allowed to listen.
Even your grandfather was better than a carpenter. You never grew up. Bernard doesn't whistle in the elevator, that I assure you.
Yeah, but you do, Pop.
I never in my life whistled in the elevator. And who in the business world thinks I'm crazy, huh?
No, don't take it that way now. Come on, don't make a whole...
You know what? Go back to the West. Be a carpenter, a cowboy. Enjoy yourself.
All right.
Willie, he was...
I heard what he said.
Pop, come on now.
Yeah, they laughed at me, huh? Go to Filene's. Go to the Hub. Go to Slattery's Boston. Call out the name Willy Loman. See what happens.
All right,
Big shot.
Dad.
Yeah, big.
All right.
Why do you always insult me, huh?
I didn't say a word. Did I say a word?
He didn't say anything,
All right,
Willie.
all right. Good night.
Willie, he just decided...
And if you get tired hanging around tomorrow, paint the ceiling I put up in the living room, won't you?
I'm leaving early.
You want to see Bilello, Pop?
Oliver, for what?
He always said he'd stake me. I want to go into business, so I thought I'd go see him.
Isn't that wonderful?
Don't interrupt me. Well, what's wonderful about it? There are 50 men in the city of New York who'd stake it. What? Sporting goods?
I guess so. I know something about it.
You know something about it. You know sporting goods better than Spalding, yeah? How much is he giving you?
I don't know. I haven't even seen him yet, Dad.
What are you talking about?
All I said was I was going to go see him. I never said he was offering me any amount of any sort, Pop. I never
You're
saw
counting
him.
your chickens.
Oh my God! Jeez, I'm going to bed.
Don't
okay?
get worse in this house.
When did you get so?
Don't use that language to me.
I got an idea. I got a feasible idea. Sit down, Biff. Let's talk this over. Let's talk some sense. Now, when I was down in Florida last time, thought of the great idea of sporting goods. We have a line, the Loman line. We train a couple of weeks and put on a couple of exhibitions, see?
That's what I
Wait, we form 2 basketball teams, 2 water polo teams. We play each other. It's $1 million worth of publicity. The Loman brothers. Banners in the ring and basketball courts. Displays in the hotels and Boyle ponds. Loman brothers. Baby, we can sell sporting goods.
That's a $1 million idea.
Marvelous.
I'm pretty great as far as that's concerned.
And the beauty of it is, it wouldn't be like a business.
Yeah, that's
$1 million.
And you wouldn't get fed up with it. It'd be the family again, the old honor and comradeship. And if you want to go out for a swim, you do it without some small cookie getting up ahead of you.
Lick the world. You boys together could absolutely lick the civilized world.
I'll go see Oliver tomorrow. You know, if I can get $10,000.
Maybe things are beginning.
Stop interrupting, but don't wear a sporting jacket and slacks when you see Oliver.
No,
A business suit. And talk as little as possible. And don't crack any jokes.
All right, yeah.
All right?
Everybody likes the kid, but no one lends him money, you know that.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can get some myself.
I see great things for you boys. I think your troubles are far behind you. But remember, start big and you'll lend big. Okay, ask for 15. How much you gonna ask?
Oh, gee, I don't know, Dad.
And don't say G. G is a boy's word. A man walking in for $15,000 does not say the word G.
No, but 10 I think would be top.
Don't be modest. You always start too low. Walk in with a big laugh. Don't look so worried. Okay? Start with a couple of your good songs to lighten things up. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Because personality always wins the day.
Oliver, always.
Will you let me talk?
How can you stop me?
I was talking, wasn't I?
I don't think you
Oh,
interrupted
what are
me.
you taking over the house now?
Yeah.
Stop yelling at him!
Uy.
You're my best to go out. You may remember me.
Why did you have to go off and start that for, huh? You saw how sweet he got as soon as you started talking hopefully? Come, say goodnight. Don't let him go to bed that way.
Come on, Biff. Let's buck him up.
Please, dear. It takes so little to make him happy. Come, say goodnight. Willie, dear, your pajamas are hanging in the bathroom.
What a woman. They broke the mold when they made her. You know that, Biff?
They got him off salary. He's working on commission like a beginner.
Well, you gotta admit, he's no hotshot selling man, but sometimes he's a sweet personality.
Can you lend me $10? I want to buy some new ties.
I'll take you to a place I know. Beautiful stuff. I'll wear one of my striped shirts tomorrow.
You know, Mom, they're awful old, you know? And gee, I'm going to go into Oliver tomorrow and I'm going to knock him
Tell
down.
him to Dad. Let's go give him the world.
You know, with $10,000 behind me, boy.
That's it. That's the first time I heard the whole confidence out of you. You're gonna live with me, kid, and any baby you want.
Can you do anything about the shower? It drips.
All of a sudden, everything's falling apart in this house. They're plumbing. I ought to be sued those people. I just finished putting in the thing, and I was leaking.
I just wonder if Oliver will remember him. You think he might?
Remember? What, you crazy? If he'd stayed with Oliver, he'd be on top by now. And wait till Oliver gets a little effect. Because you don't know the average caliber anymore. The average young man has a caliber 0. The best thing in the world was for him to come around.
He wanted to say goodnight to this boy.
Yeah, knock him dead, kiddo. What do you got to say to me?
Just take it easy, Pop. Good night.
And if something falls off his desk, like a baggage or something, don't pick it up. They got office boys for that.
I'll make a big
And
friend.
don't, will you let me talk? And tell them you're in the business world in the West, not farming. And don't undersell yourself, no less than 15,000.
Okay, all right. Good night, Mom.
Sleep well, darling.
Because you got the greatest in you, kiddo. Remember that.
I'm getting married, Mom. I just wanted to tell you.
What is
And keep up the good work. And, remember that tailgate.
Fumar.
Championship in the city.
Just try to relax, dear. Should I sing to you?
Yeah, sing for me. When he came out, he was the tallest, remember that?
Oh, yes, and in gold.
Young God, Hercules. And the sun shining all around him. When he came out, he waved to me, remember that? And the representatives of 3 colleges standing by. And the cheers when he came out. Boom, boom. But he great gift. A star like that, magnificent, can never really fade away.
Really, dear. Why does he fight against you?
I'm tired. Don't talk to me anymore.
Will you talk to Howard tomorrow?
First thing in the morning. Everything's gonna be all right. Gee, look at the moon moving in between those 2 buildings.